Hello, this is a short introduction to the Quick Ask Solo system, which is compatible with the Quick Ask Game System 2nd edition by Hex Games. So what you get is a short introduction, and one of the things about Quags is that the core rulebook of the 2nd edition is so close to being solo compatible as it is. It's virtually got an oracle. It hints at solo play using a kind of procedural system. It uses word lists, which you can roll against or dip into. It was almost there, so I didn't actually have to do that much work. So I kind of talk about that in the introduction, and introduce a little bit of what solo play means to me, as opposed to this kind of procedurally generated dungeon that they have as their solo game in the rulebook, and then how solo works. So then we get into answering questions, which of course are kind of the core of this kind of solo play. And I pick out this from the core rulebook, just this tiny little section here with the target numbers and how you would use that for questions, and then interpreting the quirky yes, lucky yes, and the bad no results if you roll a 1, exactly your target number, or the 20. Now, I also talk about how you can use the questions beyond answering basic yes/no questions. About using them to control the game master characters and how to control the plot, and using, if you were to try and adapt a published adventure, how you can use it to kind of tweak that a little bit. Then I go into the word lists. Now, the word lists are a feature of the Quag system anyway. So with these, what you're going to do is roll a d20 and then ignore the 10s and just use it as a 1 to 10, and grab the appropriate words and then kind of mark it, and then the next time roll again, and you will make your way down through this word list, and then wrap around to the beginning. And there are 2 word lists that they're on opposite pages here, but so what you would do is roll 2d20 or 1d20 twice, and take one of these, which is the kind of positive words, and one of these, which is the kind of negative words, and put the 2 together as your kind of word prompt. I then talk about improvisation techniques, paint your wagon, 3 things, fortunately, unfortunately, which you'll be familiar with if you have any of my books, and this new one called dubious reassurance, which is kind of the only truly new thing in this book. Most of the other things in here I've kind of reused at some point. Okay, then I start talking about scenes, because scenes are an integral part of the Quag system. And there's my normal what's it called? Recording form for recording a scene. And then talking about flashbacks and working out of chronological order. And then there's a drama system which has been adapted. Because Quags only uses a d20, there's no other dice involved. It needed some kind of tweaking to get a nice countdown system for that. And then I've got this solo tips section at the back. There's a couple of pages of tips which I think could help out your games. So there you go. It claims 32 pages, but 1 page is the cover, 1 page is credits. So you're really down to 30 pages. Okay, thank you for watching.